Hi everyone, I want to talk to you today about how to record research as you collect information to support the ideas in your essay. And so I have my own green packet here, and I am going to specifically refer to pages 13, 2, 3, and 4. All right. So if you want to turn to page 13 in your own packet and follow along with me, that might be helpful. You should have page 13 filled out already if you're on this step of doing research. But if you haven't filled it out yet, you can do that after you're watching this video. So once it's filled out, it should look something like this. You have your thesis statement at the beginning with those summarized reasons or claim statements attached to your thesis. And each of your claims that you have, 1, 2, and 3, will end up being the paragraphs, the body paragraph topics in your essay. So in my essay, if I were to write this out as an essay, this would be body paragraph number 1. We'd have body paragraph number 2 and body paragraph number 3. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go to page 2 of my packet, which looks like this. And this is where you're going to keep track of all of the notes that you take about the topic in body paragraph number 1. Okay? So if I look at my claim statement that I wrote here and I simplify it into a topic, I would say kids spending time indoors / less active. And so that's what I would actually write right here next to body paragraph number 1. I would write time indoors, less active. So now what that means is that any research that I find that supports that idea, I'm going to list here on this sheet of paper. Okay? And then I'm going to flip over to the next page, page 3, which says body paragraph number 2. And I'm going to put in keywords from this sentence. Society allowing kids to make decisions they aren't ready for yet. I'm just going to put in the keywords society, decisions kids aren't ready for. You just have to somehow refer to the topic of that paragraph, however works. So now, as I'm doing research, any time that I find information that supports this idea, I'm going to put that information on this sheet. Okay? And then the next slide is about this. The next page, body paragraph number 3, is about this last topic. Less money would be spent on healthcare. Less money, healthcare. Same thing. That topic, anything I find goes on this page. All right. Now, the other part of this, these research note sheets that's really important is the source numbers here. Okay. And that's going to be very, very important as you're collecting information. So I'll show you an example. Oh, what did I do here? I deleted something. I'll show you an example of that. So the next thing, though, that I want to show you before I pull it all together is while you're paraphrasing information from research and you're writing that information down here, you're also going to go into Google Classroom, and underneath our research topic, argumentative research folder, there's a thing here that says take notes here, and I put these stars by it. All right. So when you click on that, there's a source record sheet that pops up, and you're going to open that source record sheet. Okay. And this sheet that pops up is going to make your reference page easy as pie. All right. So it's really important that you do this. So let's say I'm out on the interwebs or in e-resources or wherever it may be, and I find an article that I really want to use. Hold on just a second here. Sorry, I had to find an article that I wanted to use. So I did, 2 minutes of research, and I was able to find an article that had a great point about my third claim here. Less money would be spent on healthcare. And so I want to show you how I would go about recording that. All right. This is the article that I am going to focus on. All right. And it's through Penn State. So it's an EDU site, which is credible. And what I liked about it is that it talked about establishing these routines in gym class, because remember my topic is that all students should have gym class. And it says that establishing them in gym class and keeping up with them throughout life can lead to a longer lifespan and a healthier one too. And so I figure that supports my idea of less money would be spent on healthcare. So I want to use this source, okay? And since this source is going to be something that I have to include in my reference page, I need a way to get back to this website and remember it, all right? So I need to fill out this source record sheet, okay? This is my source number 1, I'm going to call it. And so the name of the website is psu.edu, and I don't think you can actually see that, but you find that by looking up at the URL over here. Still don't know if you can see that, but that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna copy down that URL, or just the title of it, psu.edu. All right. And then I need to look for the author's name. And there's a username here, which isn't fantastic, but that's all that's there. So I'm just going to put that down. And then I'm going to look at the year that it was published. And it's 2016. And I'm literally just copying and pasting this information. Okay. And then it does ask you to copy and paste the actual website, the URL. So you do that by going way up to the top, up here, and you copy it, Control-C, and then paste it here, all right? And so now any information that I write down from this article is going to be referred to as source number 1, okay? So now when I go back to my green packet, to my note sheets, I need to find the body paragraph that this information is going to go with. And it was body paragraph number 3 about the less money being spent on healthcare. So now I'm going to go back to that information that I think was helpful. This right here. And I'm going to paraphrase it into my packet, okay? This will take me a minute to do. I'm going to pause it while I do that. Okay, so I'm all done, and I paraphrase the information that I found in the article. Paraphrasing, again, means that you rewrite it in your own words, okay? So the article says, so establishing them, meaning routines, in gym class and keeping up with them throughout life can lead to a longer lifespan and a healthier one too. And what I wrote was, when routines are created in gym class, they are likely to continue through life. This helps people live longer and stay healthier. All right. So now I can use these exact words in my essay, and I won't be plagiarizing because I paraphrased what was already there. Okay. If I want to use the exact same words in my essay, then I need to put a quotation mark around what I wrote on my note sheet, so that I remember that that was the exact wording that the author used. So I need to put quotation marks in my essay too. Okay. So I also put the number 1 here with the circle around it. So every time that I look back to this, I'll remember that came from my first source, which is right here. Okay? So it'll all be easy to translate over into our essay. If you have any questions, let me know or talk to your teacher. And good luck.